I'm Julianna Beavan, and what I'd really like to talk to you about today is how to answer those frequently asked questions that we get all the time. Why I thought I'd help you with this is because I know that this will be one of the reasons what will be holding you back from inviting people to look at the business. We all think that it's because we don't know enough people. We all think that it's because we haven't got enough time to contact them. It's neither of those things. It's because we are absolutely petrified of making that contact, talking to somebody, them asking us a question and we not knowing how to answer it. Am I right? I know I'm right, because I was you and I was sat where you were sat 7 years ago, and I felt exactly the same thing. So I thought I would help combat that and give you all the frequently asked questions that I've had over the years of starting my forever journey, which means that you get to know the questions that are going to be coming your way and you're going to know how to answer them. So what's really important to understand at the beginning is that questions are just a signpost to a sale. I don't know what happens to us when we start forever, but when somebody asks us a question, we immediately put the heckles up on our back and we immediately think that they're being awkward. Do you know what? You need to change your mindset about that, because when people ask you questions, it actually means that they're interested, believe it or not. Honestly, I'm not joking. They are interested. You know, if you ask somebody a question about something, you asking it to be awkward? Or are you asking it because you are actually really, really interested about what it is? So what I would say is, you are having people asking you questions, I would be quite excited, because it means that they want to know more. And that's a great mindset to have. First question most people will get is, what is it? What is it? Now, the way that I answer this is I simply say, the company's called Forever Living Products. Have you heard of us? Because I like to know if they've heard of us. I like to know what they've heard. I like to even say sometimes, oh great, you've heard of us. Is that through the business opportunity or the products? Because I like to build a profile up in my head of what they already know. So when I know what they know, I can then know what information to give them. What is it? Forever Living Products. Have you heard of us? No, I haven't. Or yes, I have. If they haven't, these are some of the things that you can say to them. Hit them with the facts. You know the facts because the facts are explained to you every single week at your business presentation. We are a $2.8 billion global company. We trade in over 158 countries worldwide. We are cash rich and totally debt free. We are solid and stable. You could say, we are in the look good, feel great, take care of yourself sector, which I'm sure that you'll appreciate is absolutely booming at the moment. In the UK, we grew by 50% last year and have over 75 million in turnover. There has never been a better time to take a look. Now, when you know the answers to these questions and you can say it with conviction, confidently, that is when you're going to shine. So practice these questions. Practice the answers, because that will make it really, really easy for you. So when somebody does say, what is it? There's some of the bullet points. So just find some bullet points of the facts of the company that you can just blurt out straight away. It will make you feel so much more confident. The other question I always have, is it selling? Is it Amway? Is it Avon? Is it Juice Plus? You know, my word, I never used to know how to answer this. I'm going to make your day, because the easiest thing to say is, that's interesting. Why do you ask that? Is that what you're looking for? Because if somebody says to you, is it Amway? And you turn around and say, no, how do you know that they didn't want this opportunity to be like Amway? Because if then they turn around and say, oh, I quite like the thought of that, you can't turn around and go, oh yeah, actually it's exactly the same as Amway. But if you say to them, that's interesting, why do you say that? You know exactly why they're asking you that question, so you can answer appropriately. So when anybody asks you a question, that's interesting, why do you say that? Is it pyramid selling? Is it one of those things? Are you laughing to yourself now? Because I know that you'll get that question. You've probably already had it. I've had it. Now, pyramid selling is very, very misunderstood. People don't understand it. I didn't understand it. I'll let you in on a little secret. I actually said to the person that introduced me to the business, I'm not joining you, it's a pyramid. And now I have the number 5th business in the world. So it doesn't matter. You can turn them if they do think that it's a pyramid. So how you're going to respond to that is, that's interesting. Why do you say that? Because you really want them to understand their thoughts on what a pyramid scheme actually is, because half the time they don't understand it. What I always say is that's interesting, why do you say that? Then they'll tell me, and I say, Forever has the Invest in People gold standard. It's accredited to us by the government for our training and support and the ethical way that we work. Pyramid selling is class 2 fraud in the UK. So do you think that I'd get involved in anything that's fraudulent? The other thing you can use is, I don't really know much about pyramid selling, but what I do know is class 2 fraud, and you can go to prison for up to 5 years. Now, we have been around for near enough 40 years. We've got the Invest in People Award, which is a government accreditation, and we're not exactly quiet about what we do. I think if we were illegal, we would have been found out by now. That's the easiest way to answer that. Is it network marketing? I used to shy away from this, and I don't know why. I think it's because I never really understood network marketing. But I'm now really proud when somebody says to me, is it network marketing? I say, yeah, it is. Or start off with, first of all, that's interesting, why do you say that? But be proud that you're in a network marketing industry. And what you're going to say is, that's interesting, why do you ask that? Huge household names like Dell, Nestle, Richard Branson are all advocates of this method of marketing. The business is built on recommendations and referrals, and that's the most powerful way of marketing, in my opinion. What will it cost me? That's the other question. I used to cringe when people would ask me this question. I don't know why, because it's quite a good question for them to ask. And when they're asking you that question, it means that, what is it going to cost me? Let me get up and running. But we kind of think that they're going to go down the route of being negative. Our brains work in a negative way. Don't think like that. It's a positive question when they ask you this. So what I respond to that is, do you know what? There's little or no investment. But what I would love to do is sit down, have a cup of coffee with you, show you some more information, and then we can talk next steps and getting up and running. What would I have to do? This is another question. I never used to know how to say this in a nutshell. So the easiest way to explain this there are 3 different opportunities depending on what you're looking for. And that's why we want you to take a look at some information. I think it will be perfect for you. When can we meet up? Or why don't I send you some information to take a look at with a view to meeting up in the next few days, and then I can go into it in greater detail for you. You don't want to get into the habit of doing a presentation to somebody like that straight away. You want to be sat down, focused, showing them the opportunity, because you just cannot do it justice. I've tried, but you will confuse people. So make sure you're sitting down and having a good old one-to-one with them. So that's the best way to help answer that question. I need to try the products first. Brilliant. I thought the same. The company have put together a new distributor pack so you can evaluate the best-selling products. It's heavily discounted, and you can use them to wash, shave, shower, bath, clean your teeth and your hair, and believe me, you will be blown away by the products and their developments on you. It is my favourite one. I haven't got time. Has anybody ever told you I haven't got? Did you ever say I haven't got time? I know I blinking well did. So I felt the same in the beginning, but we can show you how this will flex around your current commitments in the pockets of time available. We have lots of successful people in the business who are building a part-time income around a full-time job or family. Do you think you could find just an extra 8 to 10 hours per week? What makes you think that you need a lot of time? Working with me in this business, that's what's going to give you time. See how confident you're going to answer these questions now? Is there a problem with market saturation? Another blinking good question. And do you know what? Don't think that these questions are negative. Like I said, when they ask you, they're just interested. They're weighing up their options, and so they should, because you don't want somebody flippantly joining your team. You want somebody to have really thought about it, because they're the people that go really, really well in this business. Is there a problem with market saturation? Forever products are what we call fast-moving consumer goods, which means your customer will order from you month in and month out. You can never saturate this type of market. So for example, milk is a fast-moving consumer good. You won't ever saturate milk. Why aren't these products sold in shops? Great question. When products are sold in shops, we have to remember that shops have to be staffed, heated, rented and advertised. This is all very, very expensive. So you have to build that into the price of the products and all the overheads. So if we sold our products in shops, we would either have to charge a lot or use inferior ingredients to make the products cheaper. We do not want to do this. So what we do is we use an army of people all around the world to promote our products. And this is called network marketing. You get a top quality product for a reasonable price. Great response to that question. I need to think about it. I need to speak to my partner. These questions. And what you know is going to happen is they're going to go away, they're going to speak to their partner, they're going to come back and say, oh, my partner said no. And so they're going to, because they're not going to understand anything about the opportunity, because they're not going to be able to go away and relay that information that you've just relayed. So the easiest way around that, the first one, I need to think about it. Which bit do you need to think about? Have I answered all the questions for you? That'll lead you on nicely to answer any other questions that they need you to answer. I need to speak to my partner. Listen, the best way to share the information is to show them my 5-minute information link, or that 40-minute business presentation that I showed, or better yet, get them to meet up with me or bring them along to a business presentation. Don't go and try and explain this business to them, because you just won't be able to. And that is going to help you help them understand the opportunity. I want to see how you do. Now this is the other question, especially when I was using my who do you know list with people that I knew, my friends and family right at the beginning. And it was really difficult because I just didn't know what to say to them. To say, well, but I just need you to join now, because what's the point in watching me? So I thought, well, instead of skirting around the bush, let's just tell them that. So I want to see how you do. Listen, I know that by June, I'm going to be a manager in the company, which means that I'm going to be earning between £800 to £2,000 per month. If you decide straight away to start this business and this business is for you, let's get started. And you could be earning the same as me. Or you can just watch my success, but you're in delay, you'll grow a business and you grow an income. And I'll get there first. Or we do it together. And I found that when I teach the team to use that, it works really, really well, because people then will want to join you on the journey. So there you have it. There's some top questions that I've put together that I've had over the years, over and over and over, and still do, and some ways to answer them. So I hope you found that useful, and I hope now that that takes the rejection angle out of it for you, and you go and speak to as many people and invite as many people to look at the opportunity with you.